Good morning, Year 5. So, we left the Endurance travelling through the pack ice. Here's the ship coming into the last 250 miles of the Weddell Sea, the thickest part of the ice. You can see Frank Hurley, the photographer, hanging off the jib boom, taking video footage. The Endurance would ram the ice to create a crack, then push its way through. Progress was slow and the ice became thicker and harder to break through. On the 14th of February, the Endurance got stuck. Shackleton ordered the men to try and free the ship. They attacked the ice with pickaxes and saws, but it was no use. They decided to stay there for the winter months in the hope that spring would bring better fortune. They kept busy fishing, hunting, and taking scientific measurements. Long, dark days went by. They hoped to free the ship in spring, but the ice was continually moving and shifting and placing enormous pressure on the wooden vessel. Pressure. Another roaring blizzard heaved the ice into a maze of hummocks. Those are these ice mounds here. And as the pressure around the ship continued to grow, the crew realised they might have to escape at any minute. Intense pressure on all sides began to push the ship up out of the water. By October, Endurance was tilted at a 30-degree angle, and still the ice showed no mercy. Finally, the ship began to crack as it was twisted out of shape. A loud bang was heard and water flooded in. Luckily, McNeish, is that right?
Yeah.
Managed to fix the dangerous leak, but condition continued to worsen. With pressure ridges rising all around them, Shackleton reviewed his plans to evacuate the ship, which was being crushed from all directions. The force of millions of tons of ice made it too perilous to stay on board. As ice roared deafeningly, the men were ordered off Endurance and onto the ice. They set up a temporary camp where they would be safe from harm, and a new plan of action could be made. Endurance creaked and groaned as the strain increased, and loud cracks and deafening sounds were heard as the ice slowly crushed the cross-bracing of the ship. Frank Worsley wrote, "The behaviour of our ship in the ice has been magnificent. It will be sad if such a brave little craft should finally be crushed in the remorseless, slowly strangling grip of the Weddell pack, after 10 months of the bravest and most gallant fight ever put up by a ship." Despite such grim circumstances, Shackleton remained positive in front of his crew. "So we'll go home now," he remarked calmly. A new challenge rested on his shoulders. Their mission was now to survive. And then it came. On 27th October, the brave ship that had struggled so far was now crushed beyond hope of repair. Endurance sank a little, her deck breaking up gradually, and then water began to pour in. The state of Endurance left all the crew heartbroken. She had battled 1,500 miles of ice only to meet this sad face. Fate. Okay. Click on the link in the description and you can see actual footage of the ship slowly being crushed by ice. The crew evacuated and watched, heartbroken, as it was crushed and sank to the bottom of the ocean, where it lies still today. Today, you need to carry on your diary entry from Percy's point of view. Write about the ship getting stuck, camping out during winter months, the awful realisation that the ship was being crushed, and finally, what it was like to watch it sink.